Hello everyone. Before starting this video, I'll suggest you go to the previous videos and watch the insertion sort video. Okay. Before I'm going to ask you the question on insertion sort. Okay. So in insertion sort, what we do, we usually pick the Z. Okay. Then what we do, we do linear sorts from this 0 to j minus 1 to find the place of a of j in this sequence. Okay, then what we do, we shift the greater numbers towards right and make the place for a of j. Okay, let's say the list is a. Okay, so here my question is, rather we do linear search. Okay, if we do binary search here, because this part of the sequence is already sorted, so this is satisfying the requirement of binary search. Okay, so rather linear search, if we do binary search here, so what's the benefit or what's the problem here? Okay, if we put binary search, then what are the pros and cons? Okay, you can think of like from the angle of time complexity or from the angle of correctness. You can think from every direction. Okay, still some of you approach this question. Okay, let's move on to discuss the difference between two-way mode search and k-way mode search. Okay, so the usual mode search we discuss, means we study in our books, that one is the two-way mode search. Okay, and the k-way mode search is similar to that. Okay, yeah, so in case of two-way mode search, what we are doing here, we're dividing the original input to exactly two sub inputs. Okay, but here in case of k-way mode search, we'll divide the same input into k sub inputs. Okay, so that's why the length of one sub input, means subset of the input, okay, becomes here n over 2 ceiling. Okay, if it's not divisible by 2, then becomes n over 2 ceiling. If it's divisible by 2, then it's only n over 2. Okay, so same here, the length of one subset of the input becomes n over k. Okay, so now we can compare the time complexity. So here this t of n means the n length input, time complexity of this n length input depends on two sub inputs. Okay, those are of length n over 2 plus we take the extra time complexity of the merging procedure. Okay, so here you just write the same. Here we have k sub inputs and those are of length n over k. Okay, plus n times k. I'll show you why the time complexity of merging here is k times n. Okay, so this is the comparison of two-way mode search and k-way mode search. So now I'll discuss the recurrence relation. Okay, what are they and how you can solve any recurrence you find while you study more on the algorithms. Okay, so then we'll see how to solve this one and what's the time complexity of this one, because we discussed the time complexity. This one is in log n. Okay, so now you just guess this one would be less or more. Okay, till that time I'm telling you how to solve this recurrence relation. Okay,